everyone, and welcome back in for some more Tales of Vesperia, episode 29. In episode 28, we have started the Ethereum ghost ship, and we managed to go halfway. Yuri and the first party got locked inside the ship, and then the other guys, Carol, we had left Carol, Raven, Patty, and Rita on the ship. And we used them to come back and rejoin with Yuri in case they needed help. So we just got back here. We just saved right here as they got back together. And yeah, that's where we finished episode 28. So I hope you guys are all doing well, having a great day, evening, afternoon, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. And then let's just go.
See how much better it is when we're all together?
It's times like these that give you a sense for how important cooperation really is.
Yeah, I guess. The runt said something smart for once.
Not that we've done anything all that cooperative yet.
That's all right. Just being together makes this place less frightening.
I wonder if it's really that simple. Ah! It's a four-legged hell beast!
Ah!
Oops, my bad. Must have just been the pooch's shadow.
Oh, you are so dead! I'm gonna kill you and leave you haunting this ship!
Typical Raven.
Get ready. I'm taking
Alright,
you
so let's just keep going and see what the heck is going on with this shit. Boom! Oh, I like that one. That's cool. The blue one is actually pretty cool. The blue dash is actually very cool. You just leaped in the air and then just backflip. It's kind of cool. I would assume we have to go up, but I kind of want to go check what's in here. I would assume we came back from here, or that goes outside. And we got a limit bottle. Can't go that way. Oh, this goes down? Ooh. I have a feeling we have to go to the captain's cabin. Is there anything here for us? Okay, so we can enter here. Oh, this brings us back to... Okay. This brings us back to the room where they got locked in. So they skipped this little pathway here. I mean, it was only a limit bottle, but so yeah, we have to go up.
Here we go! The sign of victory!
Yeah!
Yay!
Yeah.
Pretty good.
You got pretty good. Alright, let's go up. Save quick. Oh no, you have to go get the chest over there. I almost forgot there was actually a chest here. And it's just an orange gel. I thought it might have been like a Carol weapon or something, because he's the Carol and Rita. Yeah, Carol and Rita's are the only one that don't have a new weapon right now. I guess Estelise didn't have one either.
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
The sign of victory!
Yeah!
Yay!
You got pretty good. Yeah, I feel good.
Vitality, full check. Vitality, spirits, reflect. Wow, okay. That's a massive boost. So halfway to that one, he's actually done. So we're gonna give him the Takemikazuchi. That's his new weapon. Estelle is just about done. Judith's on this way. Raven's on its way. Okay, Rita will probably be done in the next 2 battles, so we're gonna be able to give her something else. Patty's on the way there, and he's not quite done yet. But he's not very far, so should be able to get a lot done still. This goes back out. 400 gold. Oh. Is there a bus battle here? Could that be the pirate that Patty's looking for? Einsfried? Arfried?
Year 232 of Asul. 13th day of Blue Air.
The Asul period and the month of Blue Air are from a time before the Empire.
That was a long time ago.
So, over 1,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That long?
Adrift 5 and 40 days. Food and water used up. Men succumbing to thirst and starvation. I cannot give in, though. I must see the clear Ciel crystal safely to Jormungand. This crystal holds the power to banish the monsters, and with it the town may yet be saved.
So the first blasted barrier?
I have stored the clear Ciel crystal in my red chest, a gift from my dear Yuefan. It won't be much longer until I am in her arms again, and then we will all be saved. But he wasn't able to return to his town. He passed away here.
Come on, Estelle. It was more than 1,000 years ago.
So this ship's been wandering the open seas for an awful long time. Sounds lonely.
Well, it's a ghost ship. It's kind of meant to happen like that.
I've never heard of a town called Jormungand.
Me neither.
If this record is really that old, there's no guarantee the town even exists anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's true. What about that clear Ciel crystal?
I've never heard of it.
Sounds like a barrier crystal.
The power to banish monsters. Huh.
Or a barrier blast, yeah.
I wonder if it's something similar to a barrier.
Probably is.
Do you think it might be here somewhere?
Let me see if I can find it.
It says in the red chest. It's not like it's a big mystery. Huh? It says in the book. It's in the red chest. Don't see why it would be hard to find. Pirate hat. A hat popular with pirates. Hey, oi, matey. That's gonna go on Patty. Let me check up here first. Do have a chest. I want to check around before we touch the thing, because I have a feeling we're gonna have a bus battle on our hands. Oh, I'm actually silent? That's interesting.
Destruction field!
Sorry for being so strong.
Sorry for being so strong. Why are you being sorry about? So Rita's done. We'll see if she has a new weapon. Or what's in here? Holy symbol, holy relic. Occasionally restores 3% of max HP. That's not too bad actually, but I like the teeth. I like the teeth stuff. The teeth cape. Do you have a new? Oh, you have the chain thing. Rivet belt is not done yet. Why did we give her the yo-yo if the rivet belt is not done? I'm not sure. Okay, well, chain width's at 326, 329, 503. Okay, so do the chain width first, and then I guess we're gonna go to the rivet belt after, or back to the rivet belt. So this goes back up. Is there a chest on this on top here too? Might be. Yep, there is. Oh, it still goes up. Sage, medicinal herb, increased max HP by 10. So we can still go back up. Is there a double chest then? There is. 10,000 gold. I would have preferred weapons. I would have preferred another weapon. Alright, we're gonna go back inside. Then we're gonna go check this way. Huh? Why is it locked? I didn't see a keyhole. Okay, so now we're stuck touching the chest then.
Could this be it?
He's clutching something. It must have been very important to him.
Wow, that's the chest that he mentioned, so yeah.
You think it's the clear CL crystal?
Must be.
Well, it matches up with what was written in that diary.
Hey, old man, you go get it.
No thank you. What is it with kids today always blurting things out like that?
Well, it's because everybody's scared, and apparently you're scared too.
Still a scaredy cat at your age, old man?
How are you any different, Patty? Aren't you a little old to be arguing with a child?
Yeah, kind of.
Here you go.
Judith.
Judith, darling, you've got nerves of steel.
Do you think it might be cursed?
Hey, this thing's stuck.
Monster?
Huh?
Oh. That looks like
It
a
appears to have the opposite effect.
what is it called? I have Salvador in my head, but I don't think that's what it is. The guys that does the bull thing, the bull show. I totally forgot the name of it.
What are you talking about?
It's drawing the monsters to us.
Here they come!
Here they, it's a he. And he's a boss. There's no they, it's a he. And he's a boss. Don't know who he is though. Let's see. Who are you, sir? Cursed Wanderer. 73,000? Ooh. Okay.
Bidding captain for a ghost ship?
He doesn't seem like the other monsters.
May you rest in peace.
Holy power, come to me!
I'll blow you away.
I'll use only one bar for now.
Oh, power that tries to shine!
He actually hits pretty hard. There goes his ultimate. Try to stay away from him. Did he just do a water spell on me? Holy smoke! I did.
I'll blow you away.
Screw you. I was supposed to use the ultimate, it didn't work. How much health do you have left? 15,000? Down to 6. There he goes.
Then what was that?
I don't know what that was, but he's dead. Secret mission 8. Wicked Bones and Sephira.
This power will make me stronger.
Aerial 4s. Item drawer. He's glowing now.
It's getting away!
Come on, it's not like we have to settle the score with that monster, do we?
Jeez, poor Raven's getting too old for this.
Should we give it back to him?
I don't know if we should give him back, but it could be him. It could be his ghost. I don't know.
I think that's what he wants!
I want to deliver the clear seal crystal to Jormgen for him.
We could do that too.
You what?
Where's Jorgim?
Would it be possible to add that to the jobs being done by the guild?
We can't, Estelle. As a rule, tiny guilds like ours don't take on a new job until they complete the one they're working on.
Completing each job to the letter is the way new guilds have to build their reputation.
Is the guild going to be sent running here and there by another one of this girl's whims?
Hey, you don't have to talk to her like that, you know.
Rita, wait. Judith, I am sorry. But I want to help him deliver this. To the one who was waiting for him.
I don't think anyone waits for 1,000 years.
Well, maybe this descendant.
Yeah, I'd get sick of waiting after that long myself.
I don't think that's what he's talking about. I'll find them.
Rita.
You all have your hands full looking for Pharaoh and escorting Estelle, right? I'm free to do what I like.
Right, because you're not part of the guild.
Well, I'll come along too, then.
You're the guild master.
I don't mind going either.
Hold it! You guys have your jobs to take care of.
You know you're gonna end up sticking with us anyway. So I don't see any problem with us helping you out a little on the side.
Thank you.
How I envy the vigor of youth.
You've got such good friends. You must be so happy, Rita.
I'm not happy at all.
Just trying to be cool.
Really?
Huh?
Notice something?
Looks like there's smoke outside.
Smoke? Or is it the fog lifting? Or they're shooting at the oh, they're... It's the flare.
That might be Tokunaga's smoke signal. I wonder if the Ceres Blasty is working again.
Probably.
Let's get back and check it out.
Come to mention it, we won't be able to get back the way we came.
Nope.
We'll just have to see if we can't find a better way out.
Red box. Mysterious box found on the ghost ship. There must be something important inside. Well, obviously.
It looks like the case holding the clear CL crystal just won't open. I wish we could make sure it's actually in there, considering the sort of place we found it in.
Couldn't you just bust it open with your magic?
No, I can't.
Right. If we damaged the contents, we wouldn't be able to make the delivery.
No, I mean I already tried blowing it up. This little box is tougher than it looks.
I'm at a loss for words.
Forget it, Estelle. There's not much you can say to that.
Anyway, I suppose it makes sense to put something so important in an unbreakable box.
We just need a key. We just need to find a key. And I don't know where the key is. Or where it could be. What am I affected by? Do we have a status checker? Does it say? It doesn't say. How do we check what are we affected by? It's not poison. Oh, it's weak. There you go. Problem solved.
Huh? Wasn't this locked earlier?
It was.
I guess we can go back through here.
The curse was broken, huh?
Don't be ridiculous! Now let's go!
Yes, ma'am.
Poor Rita. Wait, we can drive the ship. No, I want to drive the ship. Don't jump down. No.
If we could just jump down from here, we'd reach the ship in no time.
We're still on the ship.
Here.
A ladder.
Where did you get that?
I thought something like this might happen, so I brought this from inside the ship.
I think I'm gonna gag.
Huh?
All right, let's go back to the ship. Oh!
Good grief.
Bunch of little kids.
If the Ceres Blasty has been fixed, that means we can say sayonara to this hellhole.
If. That is a big if. Can I come? Oh, I can't drive the ship. That sucks. Well, down we go. We were here earlier. We can go down this way. Can we go down further? Further down, back to the ship we go.
What was that skeleton monster? It wasn't the sort of thing we regularly encounter.
It could be a creature possessed by spirits that wanders the Atherum.
That can't possibly be it. It's too unscientific.
Do you sense anything amiss, Repeat?
What'd he say?
I don't know.
Looks like we need Yuri to interpret for us. Hey, Yuri!
Hold on. There's no need to investigate this right now, is there?
Should we have finished it off when we had the chance?
I don't think he's gonna come back. Don't think he's gonna reappear. You had a lot of health though. Oh, you know.
I got no time to think.
Just beat him senseless and you'll win.
Large claws. Where are we at? 54, 5, 25 minutes? Alright. Go back to the ship.
The Ceres Blastia has been fixed.
Good.
So it seems.
Whew! Thank goodness.
Of all the... Why do I always get sucked into these messes?
No clue. Maybe because your name is Kaufman.
If it was anybody other than me, you guys would have been left behind.
Sorry about that. We'll never do it again, promise.
I mean, you could have just left, but you wouldn't have had nobody to actually protect your ship, so it's whatever.
I wonder what caused the Ceres Blastia to break down. It just started working again. I don't have the slightest clue why.
You really think there's a curse then?
Might be.
Perhaps the captain wanted to pass the clear Ciel crystal on to someone and reached out to us.
No way. Dead people can't want to do anything.
Doors get stuck, the Ceres Blastia stops working. Sounds like a curse to me.
Mm-hmm.
The world's a big place. There are many things we humans don't understand.
I said it can't happen, so it just can't.
What do you hit Carol for?
What are you hitting me for?
So, how do you like it?
Well, the boss here's seen better days.
What's the matter?
We don't know why it broke down, but either way, it's barely holding together. If we keep using this old piece of junk Blastia, we're guaranteed a shipwreck in the middle of the sea.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, so she's sensible when it comes to ships.
What? She is?
What are you all looking at? Fine, fine. As soon as we get to port, I'm getting you a new one.
You better be. You can't just give us a ship.
You don't have a problem with that, do you? Seriously, this is a crazy deal you're getting.
Hey, are we going to Nordopolica or not? Let's get this thing out of here.
Right. I'm looking forward to finally getting there as well.
Rita earned the anti-nonsense title. That's pretty cool. It's pretty anticlimactic. Anti-nonsense. Wait. We can go back to it? Oh, that's cool. What's over here? It's pretty dark over here. That's the shallows. This is like a craggy mountains or the desert. Can't go that way. Gonna have to go around that way. Is it night or is it daytime? It just keeps switching. Okay, what's over here? Back in the fog. There's a path there that leads to nothing. Where does it lead? To those rocks there. What are those rocks? Now I'm curious. What is this? What's this? I don't know. Some sort of ruins, maybe. But it doesn't look like humans built anything here. Judy, do you know anything about this place? Nope. To me, it looks like it was formed naturally rather than made by human hands. There's not anything here from the looks of it. Well, let's have a look around at least. Huh. What is this? Maybe we can't get in yet. Yeah, I don't think we can get in. Okay. I mean, we're gonna have to come back here at some point. I just don't know what it was. I was curious because the path led right to this. There's no name for it, so... We're obviously not supposed to be here. Hello, Black Rhino. Okay. So we're not quite far south enough? Do we have to go in there? Or find a way in there? I can't see the shallows, so... Can go around here. We can go in here. Okay. There's a lot of ships here. Hello. Oh, no. I was going to say, is that Nordopolica? But this is just crags. This is just like mountains. Well, that could be Nordopolica. Is that where we need to go? I think that is what it needs, where we need to go.
So there's Nordopolica.
Yep, otherwise known as the Colosseum City.
Once popular among the nobility as a place for pitting criminals against each other in brutal contest, Nordopolica is currently run by the Guild Palestrale and has become a city of entertainment.
Yeah, Palestrale's just as big a guild as the Don's Altosk, and...
Fireworks.
How pretty.
So, a party in the streets every day, huh? This is gonna be great!
Of course.
Parties, fireworks, and skewers are a match made in heaven.
Hey, I'll have one of those skewers too.
Since when are you on vacation?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. A minion's work is never done.
That's right.
You're the Don's messenger, so don't be rude to Bellius.
Young man, you are looking at a veritable paragon of manners and good breeding.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Traveling in a group sounds like loads of fun.
It's just a lot of noise.
We've arrived safely, thanks to you all.
You're very welcome.
Once I've unloaded my cargo, the Fiertia belongs to you, as promised.
Thanks, we'll take good care of her.
Yeah, thank you.
So, are the sands of Kogor still a long way from here?
They lie far to the west of Nordopolica.
Aren't there some big mountains on the way there?
Yeah, there is.
That would make going by foot a problem. Wonder if we could get there by boat.
I don't think that's possible. Not many people go to the desert. I doubt there would be a place to moor a boat.
Yeah, probably not. A flying boat, maybe?
Are you seriously going through with this? I told you, the desert is really dangerous. I can't just let you go to a place like that all by your... I mean...
You almost stepped on your own toes there.
Heading into port, me hearties.
Let's go in. Don't know if we're gonna have the time to explore the cities today, but we'll see. It might actually end up being in episode 30. Colosseum City of Nordopolica. That looks pretty cool though. It looks like the Blitzball ring in Final 10. Or just about.
Good work, thanks.
No, thank you. You're a huge help.
Right, mutual back scratching and all that.
She didn't even do anything. She was scared of the ghost ship.
Oh, Madam President, it's an honor to have you here.
Excavating more ruins? I'm always impressed that the guild boss himself supervises the excavations.
The excavation of ruins is what I live for.
Good lord. You're an old dude and you still talk like that?
Who's that?
No idea.
That's Regay, the head of Ruins Gate.
Ruins Gate? That sounds familiar.
They're the guild that's helping the Imperial mages excavate ruins.
Oh, that's why I've heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have friends who are expecting me, so if you'll excuse me...
He seems like a nice person. Hey, you were talking earlier about a guild that's selling Hoplone Blastia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did.
You mean Leviathan's Claw?
Do you think they might be getting their Blastia under the table from those ruin guys?
Maybe.
Ruins Gate is completely innocent.
How can you be so sure?
They're upstanding, serious, diligent. That's what they're known for.
Well, I'm off. Take good care of the Fiertia.
Hey, where's our new Celeste Blastia?
I'll arrange for exchange of the Ceres Blastia and for transport of Tokunaga.
Oh, there you go.
Sure.
Good luck, brave Vesperia.
Thank you, Kaufman.
Thanks!
Mage is selling Blastia on the black market? That is so not good.
Rita,
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Alright, I guess I'll be going now.
Oh, is she leaving?
Going? Going where?
I've got lots of stuff to do.
You mean treasure hunting?
Hi! Thanks for all the help.
Thank you. No, thank you, thank you.
It was nothing. Thanks for piloting our ship, by the way.
Wait, we need a navigator.
It's been real fun. Be careful out there.
We need a pilot.
You too.
Don't go.
Well, I got some work to do myself.
Oh yeah, your letter. It's for Bellius, right?
Yep.
Hey, why don't we all go?
Good idea. She probably knows something about Pharaoh. We'll just tag along with you and say hi to Bellius.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. Of course, I've only heard rumors, but,
What? Is something wrong?
Huh? Nah, it's nothing.
where can we find Bellius?
The Colosseum, probably, since Bellius is the Duce of Palestrala.
Probably, yeah. Patty left the party. No, Patty.
Just what sort of person is this Bellius exactly?
Well, that's just it. I've heard the name often enough, but I've never met the person.
Carol, do you know?
I've only lived in Dawngress, so I don't really know the guilds in Nordopolica.
The last thing we need is another Dawn on our hands.
You can say that again. One Don is plenty.
I can hardly wait to meet Bellius now.
Yeah, that would be interesting. If we go back over here, can we just board back the ship? No. Okay, so we can't board back our ships. Alright. What are we at? 30, 35. This is my first time visiting the Colosseum. I think the excitement of it all overwhelmed me a bit. The night breeze from the ocean feels marvelous. It calms me right down. I would hope so. Nothing like a quiet night to suit the weary souls. Want some tips? Excuse me if I'm not overly excited. You're my only customer so far. Yo, you kids, come to see hardcore action? The spectator tickets are platinum. Good luck getting some. Crivens, do you come to eat batangi too? Batangi, that's a type of fish, right? Is it any good? It used to be as bad as a brine-soaked boot. You couldn't eat it if you tried. But now it's rather tasty. And Judy just leaves. You say the fish usata tastes bad and now it's good? Aye, it was a wee gamey fishy with nae meat howlins. But it got all nice and fat all of a sudden. It makes a bright brown meal now. This could be caused by a local air imbalance as well. I wonder if there's an air cranny at the bottom of the ocean. Judy, not again. It's terrible, hurry! Hey, what's all this hubbub boot? I don't know any details, simply that the Blastia has been destroyed. Who'd do a thing like that? No one saw their face, but apparently it was someone wielding a spear. A spear? It's that dragon freak. Oh, Rita. Rita's always running off to one place or another. Isn't that right, Judy? Judy? I think Judy's very much the same way, to be honest. Hey, I don't think that's true. Where were you? A very nice gentleman invited me out to tea. What? Inconceivable. We don't need your commentary, old man. It seems like there is some commotion going on. Did something happen? A Blastia was destroyed by the same dragon rider as last time too. Oh, how frightening. Yeah, I'll bet you're scared stiff. It was torn to pieces. Damn it, I swear I'm gonna make that a permanent imprint of my fist into that dragon freak's face. Huh? Little did you know that it's actually Judith. But how did she made it all the way to the Colosseum from here? This goes back outside. What does he say? You don't mean you're entering the tournament, do you? You won't even make it through the first round with a itsy bitsy body like that. I don't have an itsy bitsy body. Yuri is the king of knights. The Colosseum really is a massive when you see it up close. I suppose it's no surprise that there's enough room for people to live here after all. Hello and good evening. Is this your first visit to Nordopolica's Colosseum? To reach the Colosseum, please continue to the north and go up the stairwell, okay? Sure, ma'am. I was looking for a save, but that works. Something is written on the back of in fin print. Luke, excellent swordsman, difficult to get along. Tear, trained in phonic arts, use projectile weapons. Jade, an art expert and reputable with the spear. Anis is powerful puppeteer. Guy, very alert and agile, weak in defense. Natalia, excellent archer, highly skilled in recovery arts. Ash always looks angry. That's interesting. Master, what is he doing here? Ah, princess, it's been a while. Are you in good health? Yes, master, you look quite well yourself. It seems you've traveled to a great many places since last we met. Yes, I've seen and heard so many things. It's been an amazing experience. But was that experience really necessary in order for you to take the Imperial throne? What do you mean? You've been cavorting about with people of questionable character, without any regard to proper behavior or principles. Questionable characters, huh? Have you given any thoughts to whether or not these have been the right actions for a candidate to the Imperial throne? But Master, you said that I needed to have a wide range of experience. There's nothing wrong with broadening your horizons. The problem is your own actions. My own actions? It's a question of whether or not you've been conducting yourself in a manner fitting of the sacred role of Empress. I'd like you to re-examine the actions that you yourself have taken since you left the castle, and consider whether or not those were truly the correct actions to take. What a self-righteous old geezer. I didn't notice that attitude the last time we met him. Is he always like that? Yes, Master Drake has always been very strict. I'm pretty used to it though. But really, you might just be the reason that I'm traveling with you. I mean, I want to prove myself to him. That's just a guess, right? I'm sorry, actually. No, it's fine. If you're just guessing, it's true that you want to prove yourself to him, right? Yes. Alright, then you should just set him aside and give him a piece of your mind someday. Okay. That's interesting. He definitely did talk differently last time compared to this time. No one will believe me, but I saw it. I did. I saw that monster with my own eyes, plain as day. Yes, it was on a night like tonight, with a foul wind blowing. She looks a lot like Judith. But it's not Judith. I came to this year to search for the origin of weak Critian in the west, but the mountain path was collapsed, and I've had to forsake that goal. That's why she looks so familiar to Judith. She's a Critian too. Can we go that way? No. Can we check this? It's the statue of Neek of Samantrake. It was built as a goddess of victory for the arena. Okay. I guess we don't have much of a choice but to get inside. But we're gonna have to save at some point. We need a save. There's the save. What are we at? 40. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there. Late night visitors, I see you. Welcome to Portico Hotel facilities. 500 gal. This town is a treasure trove of information. We have its long and storied story to thank for that. The more I study, the more the machinations of this world grows clear to me. Oh, the new synthesis stuff. Good day, do you want to know about synthesizing? What do we have? What's the new stuff? Basilard +1 Alpha, Spike Hammer Alpha, High Power Yo-Yo, War Staff, Kamisatsuchi, Blast version, Night Shield, Stormbringer, Mangosh, Metal Color, and Black Hat. Those are side items, side weapons. Side weapons. Yeah. This is the one in only Colosseum in the entire world. People come from far and wide just to see it. You folks aren't from around here either, are you? Anyone could tell looking for them you mismatch outfit. Do we go inside from here? I guess we have to walk left, right? Okay, so let's just check the weapons quick before we go further that way. Going traveling, jumping into the Colosseum, get everything you need right here. Alright, well let's see first what you're selling. You're selling a Damascus sword. Okay. That is, oh, and it looks so cool too. Damascus steel. The blade of his sword has a unique pattern. Yeah, no kidding. Zagnal. A pickaxe shaped like a raven's beak, designed for multiple purpose. Those are huge boosts. Perfect green. That's for Rita. We got this. We already have one of those. Trident, we already have that one as well. And we got a Takemazuchi. So we need, what, these three? I mean, that is very strong. Knight's Helm. That would be better for the four guys. That seems to be a little bit better for Estelle. Blue ribbon, yeah, doesn't look any better. Knight's Armor, better for Yuri. Better for both Estelle and Raven. Metal Jacket is better for Rapide, and our leather coat is better for Patty. Oh, that's Patty and Judah using the same gear. So there's no armor for Rita though. Poison wards, iron leggings, garnet, aquamarine. No new cape. Okay, let's check the synthesis. Night shield is there. That's the night shield. That's for Estelle. But what do we need? Desire a raw iron sand, which we're probably gonna find anytime soon. No new glove for Yuri. Got a new book for Rita though, which we can actually craft right now. Mangosh is for Raven. So that'll be his first one, but we need gold dust and spider webs. Medium sec, we already have that. And so we can actually make two of them. So that's interesting. What about weapon? Anything new? Carolean sword +1. I mean, we could boost it, but we're no. Yeah, we could definitely boost it. Boing. Long sword, we already have that. Blue dragon, we already have that. Battle sword, we have that. We got that done. But we have to wait for that. We have this. We could upgrade it. We're gonna do that. Basilard. We have the first one, but I can't remember what's the skill. Is it guard arts and BA force? And then you have to choose between auto medicine 2 or cure guard. Ogre axe, Risen axe, Kalinga +1, War pike. What do we need that we don't have? Oh, Devil's Sickle. Ooh, Albert. We already have that. Spike Hammer. Oh, those are the new upgrades, right? Yeah, Alpha. Critical Break or Down Hit Immunity. I think Critical Break will probably be pretty good for him. War Staff. Wizard Horn. That's what she's using right now. No? Oh no, she's using the other sword right now. Chain Whip +1. Well, she has that equipped right now. Oh, yeah, gotta have to wait then for that. High Power Yo-Yo. That can be done. Snipe Zephos. That's gonna have to wait too. What about the... No, we already got those. Takemazuchi Blast. Elemental Encounter bonus. So that's gonna have to wait. Alright, so we got those done right now. But we're gonna have to wait for majority of the stuff. But we're gonna call it a day here for episode 29. So if you do like the video, feel free to click like and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Do stay safe, get some rest, and we will be back with another episode on Friday. Until then, stay safe, and remember, darkness is everywhere. Dark out.